Hi everyone, Jennifer Maker here. It's time for a Cricut Design Space lesson. Let's learn how to print then cut. I'll show you how the print then cut feature works by demonstrating how to make my care cards for tumblers, t-shirts, and mugs. Let's get started. Step 1. Prepare to print then cut. If you've never used the print then cut feature with your specific printer, or if it's been a while, you'll want to calibrate your machine settings before starting. It's easy and worth the time to avoid surprises. Without calibration, your cards might look like this. But there's an easy way to fix it. In a new Cricut Design Space window, click the 3 lines up in the upper left corner. That's the hamburger menu, and then select Calibration. Select Print Then Cut, then follow the prompts to select your printer and print a test sheet. These windows will look slightly different depending on your computer and printer. Then place the test sheet on a blue LightGrip machine mat according to the prompts on your screen. Load it into your Cricut and cut the test design. Your Cricut will perform many straight cuts that may or may not line up with the coded lines. This will help you tell the Cricut if it needs to recalibrate. Do not unload your mat until the calibration test is complete. Answer the questions in Cricut Design Space about the cut results. If the calibration was off, you may need to print another test sheet and check the settings once more. Keep working on the calibration process until your cuts look fantastic like these. Also, you'll want to clean the print heads on your Inkjet printer for the best print quality. Consult the printer's manual for the specific steps as they vary from printer to printer. Once that's all done, your Cricut is ready to print then cut with ease. Let me demonstrate how it works by making my care cards. Step 2. Get my free care card designs. Go to jennifermaker.com/408 and look for libraries in the red bar at the top. Then either click Get a Password if you don't yet have one, or click Enter the library. You can find the designs on the page by searching for design number 408 and then click it to download the zip file. The folder contains color and black and white PNGs for mugs, shirts, and tumblers. I'll show you how to make them using Cricut's Print Then Cut features. We'll make the color versions, but the steps are the same for the black and white files. I'll start with the mug. Upload your chosen image as normal until you reach a screen with the PNG on the left. The white border is where the machine will cut out the design. Select Complex for the image type and then click Continue in the lower right corner. You do not need to do anything on the next screen since I designed the cards without backgrounds, so click Apply and Continue. For upload type, select Print Then Cut Image and click Upload. You should now see your care tag design in your recent uploads. If you want to add any of the other designs, repeat the steps. I'll add the shirt and tumbler cards too. Then select the ones you want to use and click Add to Canvas. Step 3. Print then cut your care cards. This is what the care card designs look like on my canvas in Cricut Design Space. I've sized the PNGs so one of each can be cut on a single sheet of letter-sized paper. As of September 2022, the maximum print then cut area for letter-sized paper is 9 1/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. I don't suggest making the tag smaller as the words will be hard to read. If you want to make more than one copy of a card, select it and click Duplicate. I'll make 2 of the mug cards. Now they're ready to cut. Make sure the correct machine is selected, then click Make It in the upper right corner. If you're prompted, select On Mat and 12 by 12 for your material load type. On the Prepare screen, set your material size to 8.5 by 11, then click Continue. Click the green Send to Printer button to open the Print Setup window. Make sure your printer and Use System dialog are green, then click Print. The print screen for your printer will appear, but it might be hidden behind the Design Space window. So minimize your window or move it over to the side to see your print dialog box. Your window is going to look different depending on your computer and your printer, but you'll want to set your paper type to something like premium presentation paper mat or, good quality matte paper or something like that. And you definitely want your print quality to be best quality or high quality like mine. You want to impress your customers with every detail, right? So this quality definitely matters here. And plus you'll get a much more vibrant print with the best or high quality. When everything looks good, click print. After your designs have printed, set them aside until the ink is completely dry to avoid any smears during the cutting process. Now see this black box around my printed page here? This is called a registration box, and it's used by your Cricut cutting machine to tell it exactly where to cut your project. You want to be sure you see this black box all the way around. Place the printed sheet on a green standard grip mat, lining up the top left corner. Use a brayer to make sure your sheet is stuck really well to your mat, and now it's ready to be cut by your machine. Now back in Cricut Design Space, set your material to medium cardstock and adjust the pressure to more. Insert your fine point blade and press the flashing arrows to load your mat into your Cricut, and then press the middle flashing button to cut your designs. Now, very important, before unloading your mat, gently lift the edge of the cardstock to check the cut. If the design doesn't easily separate from the excess paper, click the middle button on the Cricut to cut the material a second time. And as long as you didn't unload the mat, the cut will be identical for each pass. So once you're sure your cards have cut all the way through, press the flashing arrows to unload your mat. Flip over your mat and gently peel it back to release the cardstock without curling or ripping it. Carefully lift the tags from the mat using a spatula. Step 4. Package your items. These care cards go perfectly with handmade items whether you're selling or gifting them. I like to include one right in the bag when I gift a project so my loved one knows how to take care of their handmade item. If you're planning to sell your items, I recommend including a care card with each purchase. It's an added touch that really makes your work more professional. You can add your business information to the back. Now, if you have any questions about making these care cards, print then cut projects, or anything like that I didn't answer here, let me know. I would love to help. Leave your question below this video or ask over in our Cricut Crafters group at jennifermaker.com/CricutCrafters. And please share your photos too. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.